The last time we did a review on a Jeep, it was the most expensive car on the channel with the least number of views. But we're not gonna let that get in the way of us reviewing nice things. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this review of the world's most awarded SUV, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. The model you see on screen right now is the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row Limited. And in this video, we'll be having a look at its design, its interior and practicality, how it drives, and its price. Without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. From the outside, this car is unmistakably a Jeep. You have a big slabby design with the iconic 7-slot grille and shiny touches all around the car. My favorite design element on this American SUV has to be these LED headlamps. They look absolutely amazing. Because this is the basic limited version, it comes with this black cladding all around the car as well. While it might be useful for off-roading, I'm not a fan of it. I'm also not so sure about these 18-inch wheels, but those are an easier swap. Overall, I think that the Jeep Grand Cherokee can look good, just in an opposite spec. Something like the long wheelbase overland version in Baltic Grey. You'll pay extra, but you'll be much happier with your purchase. But what are your thoughts on the design of this car? Would you go for the refined Jeep Grand Cherokee, or would you rather go for the rugged Jeep Gladiator? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you're at it, please like, share and subscribe. Do all of those YouTube things, I really do appreciate it. Moving to the front seat, and this is one of the nicest interiors I've seen in a while. Not only does it look good, it feels good too. This is down to the use of premium materials like the contrast stitching on the multifunctional steering wheel, soft touch dashboard with more stitching, and some very nice feeling heated leather seats. What I don't like, however, is how quickly the piano finish accumulates fingerprints. I know I'm not the only one triggered by this. Over here you find many buttons for your climate control and seat heating. On top of your infotainment system you'll find more buttons. And if that's not enough for you, behind your steering wheel under your pedals you'll find even more buttons for your infotainment system. If you want a Jeep, you have to get used to the idea of having many buttons. For your infotainment system you have a 10.1-inch touchscreen with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In here you can charge your phone using different methods such as USB, USB-C or a 12-volt socket. Over here you can change your different driving modes so you can have it in auto, sport, sand and snow for that one time it decides to snow in South Africa. But when weather permits, you have a tilt and slide sunroof which comes standard with the car. Overall, this is a very comfortable place to do many kilometers in, and this car comes with decent spec considering that this is the base model. Moving to the rear seats, and you have plenty of space in here. You have lots of leg room and knee room, and headroom won't be a problem. For added practicality, you'll find nets behind each front seat, cup holders in each door bin, air vents, and an armrest with 2 extra cup holders. Further creature comforts include more USB ports over here and heated seats for the rear passengers. I also found it cool that rear passengers can lock and unlock the doors from here. Moving to the boot, and you have 1067 liters of space to load your luggage in here. You also have very useful bits such as a 12-volt socket, metallic tie-down points, and lights in here to make the boot more practical. Under your boot, you find a full-size spare tire. I mean, imagine driving a luxury SUV of this caliber on a Mari biscuit. Overall, this is a large boot, and by luxury midsize SUV standards, most of its competitors are outdone. Under the hood, you find a 3.6-liter 6-cylinder naturally aspirated Pentastar engine putting out 210 kilowatts of power and 344 Newton meters of torque. Given these figures, this car is claimed to go from standstill to 100 in about 8 seconds and go on to a top speed of 206 kilometers per hour. Fuel consumption is claimed to be 9.9 liters per 100 kilometers, but I'd say expect a more realistic 13 to 14 liters per 100 kilometers, which is ish. Well, owners of this car won't complain. Out in the open road, the Jeep Grand Cherokee is pretty good, except for 2 or 3 things. The first thing that I like about it is the engine sound. It's amazing, but if you get carried away, it will thank you accordingly with the fuel consumption. In terms of comfort, no complaints over there. It soaks up bumps so well, and it's the closest thing to a magic carpet ride that we've seen on this channel for now. If I'm being honest, the steering feels pretty heavy, but again, it's not like we expected it to be a Mazda MX-5. I also found the brake pedal to be very heavy, but I thought to myself that this might be a characteristic of luxury cars and I'm used to driving broken things. Then there's the engine. While it's responsive and sounds great, a 3-liter 6-cylinder diesel would do wonders for this car. While you'd be sacrificing a little bit of refinement, you'd be getting a lot of low-end torque and much better fuel consumption. In summary, if you can live with the cruising nature of this car and can foot the fuel bills, you'll love this Jeep. So, what's the damage? When you buy a brand new 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row Limited similar to the one you see on screen, Expect to pay a price of 1,356,900 Rand. If you finance that over 72 months at an interest rate of 11.75% with no deposit and no balloon payments, expect your monthly installments to be around 28,000 Rand. Add 2 full tanks of petrol and your monthly cost should come up to around 32,400 Rand. When you buy a brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, it comes standard with a 5-year 100,000 kilometer maintenance plan and a 5-year 100,000 kilometer warranty. So, what are my final thoughts on the Jeep Grand Cherokee? It's easy to see why people love this SUV so much. It's good looking, has decent spec, and has amazing ride quality. If you want one, rather opt for the 3-row Overland as it comes with more practicality, better looks, and even more impressive standard spec. It's just a pity that they don't offer performance variants like the SRT or the Trackhawk in the latest Jeep Grand Cherokee. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, take care and stay driven. Work until you can start your car like this. Mara, this is a flex that will never get old. Never.